Rick, sorry, the Michonne-Morgan relationship from the comics and put it into the show, because in the show they could both bond over, using similar tactics and weapons. Michonne's got this badass samurai sword, which of course she's going to be using again. I mean, she really doesn't have a choice. And Morgan is a freaking walking stick master now, and knows how to handle himself. So it'll be interesting to see if something starts to form between those two. Of course, we're going to have to be careful, because that means one of them is most likely going to bite it then. So, that's a problem with the show. Characters form romantic attachments, but then one of them or both of them eventually... But who knows? It'll be interesting to see. And it won't be just Michonne. It's going to be fascinating to see how Morgan is going to fit into not only Alexandria, but fit in with Rick's group. Nobody else in the group besides Carl and Michonne, and they don't even know him that well. In fact, their first impression of him was that he was batshit crazy when they first met him. So besides Carl and Michonne, nobody in the group really knows Morgan or knows his story. So it'll be interesting to see, what comes of that. So, hopefully we'll see some relationships form between Morgan and everybody else in the group. And hopefully he and Rick can solidify the relationship they once had going way, way back to season 1. They're going to have their differences and point of views on things, but hopefully we'll see those two tighten their bond once again, because I think that's something the fans have really been hoping for. Obviously, the number one thing we're all hoping for is that these two will finally reunite with each other, which they finally have. Now they got to just stay bonded and, draw strength from each other. So hopefully we'll see some of that. And then as far as to what else we're going to see now, I know a lot of people were speculating, and heads up, I'm going to be talking about comic book spoilers here, so if you watch the show but you're not familiar with the comics, avoid this video or avoid the next couple words that are going to come out of my mouth. A lot of people were speculating we were going to see Negan, or a tease at Negan's presence in the Season 5 finale. If you don't know who Negan is, spoiler alert, Negan is the leader of a really, really nasty group of survivors called the Saviors, and overall a monster. I'm not going to go into specifics, but Negan is a bad dude. Now, obviously, there's a 99% chance of him coming onto the show. Now, I found it highly unlikely he was going to appear in Season 5, and of course he did not. We've got we've got a share of problems already. We've got walkers, and of course now we have the nasty gang called the Wolves, and they're closing in on Alexandria. So, we've got more than enough problems. We don't need Negan and the Saviors right now. Will they appear? Could they appear in Season 6? Yeah, absolutely. But there is so much storytelling they got to do at Alexandria, because a lot of shit goes down at Alexandria, both good and bad. But a lot of stuff happens there that is so important to the overall story of The Walking Dead. You've got to cover it all, or cover a good chunk of it, before you can even get to the Negan Savior storyline. So, I could predict, the first 8 episodes of Season 6, it all takes place at Alexandria. Then something happens at Alexandria where they're either attacked by a massive herd of walkers who break through the walls and overrun the place, or they're attacked by a hostile force, possibly the Wolves. If the Wolves don't attack in the Season 6 premiere, they'll definitely attack in the mid-season finale. And of course, we'll probably get our share of bloodshed and violence and possibly lose 1 or 2 main characters. And then Season 6 when Season 6 returns, that'll begin the Negan Savior storyline. Please keep in mind, this is purely speculation and just my theory as to what we could see from Season 6. And then again, I could be way off. Season 6 may all be about life in Alexandria, or at least most of Season 6 will. And maybe towards the end of Season 6, we'll see them leave Alexandria for whatever reasons. But I'm excited. Overall, the show, in my opinion, honestly gets better and better with each season. And of course, me, I love some of my favorite episodes have always been the season premieres of every season. And I think we're going to get blown away by it. And the Season 5 premiere, which was one of the best episodes in the series, just topped all the other season premieres. So I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with the season 6 premiere. We don't have a date yet, but you can bet it's going to be early October, and I'm sure we'll get a release date come Comic-Con in July when they have the Walking Dead panel, and of course that is where they will premiere the trailer most likely. And if they stick to their schedule, they're most likely going to start filming in almost like less than a month, because they begin filming a new season early May and they wrap up later that year in November, is according to their usual timeline. Yeah, so filming should start right up. And I know I was reading an interview online with Gale Ann Hurd, one of the executive producers of the show. The interviewer asked her, where are you guys at in terms of season 6? And I believe Scott M. Gimple and the writers have already pitched the first 8 episodes, and they sound mind-blowing, according to Gale Ann Hurd. She says this is some of the gnarliest, hardcore stuff that they have ever done. So if they are going to try to top themselves from what they did in season 5, because season 5, not only did it top season 4, but it topped so much more in terms of the series. If season 6 is going to top season 5, I think we're all in for a real treat. I always think we're in for a treat whenever The Walking Dead is on and whenever it returns. So that is what I think. I'm very much looking forward to season 6. As to who may or may not die, it's always hard to tell. Always hard to tell. You have your predictions, but they always surprise you. Like I said in my last recap video for Walking Dead, I thought we were going to lose 2, if not 3 main characters in the season finale, because the way they hyped it up, they made it sound like it was going to be a violent bloodbath between walkers and humans, or humans and humans. And, they made it sound like we were going to lose some of our favorite, most beloved Carols. They were hinting at Daryl, Carol, Michonne, and Abraham, and Glenn. Fortunately, none of that happened. Nobody major died. But, on that note, it does leave me a little concerned and worried for season 6, because we lost our share of characters in season 5, but the lack of bloodshed towards the second half of season 5, and when I say lack of bloodshed, I mean lack of major character deaths, besides Tyrese and Noah, and that's only 2. And because we didn't really lose anybody in the season finale, it has me a little worried for the premiere of season 6 and the first couple episodes of season 6. Like, we may lose 1 or 2 major characters before the first half of season 6 ends. So, we might want to prepare ourselves because of the lack of bloodshed in the season 5 finale. I'm sure we'll get it made up to us in the season 6 premiere. So, yeah, and I'm also looking forward to what the theme for season 6 will be, because season 5, the theme was, who do we become? After everything they have been through, everything they've gone through, and, what's happened to them, who do these characters ultimately become? At the end of the day, who are you? How do you define yourself? How do you define what's happened to you and what you've experienced? So I wonder what season 6's theme will be, so that'll be curious to know. And I'm sure we'll know much, much more as we get closer to Comic-Con and at Comic-Con. I, unfortunately, will not be there. Due to a misunderstanding via email, I will not be attending Comic-Con this year, but I will be going next year. That is a promise, and I think I'm going to try to upload a couple episodes or videos from there. So, fortunately, that's the plan for now. But yeah, those are my thoughts and predictions for Season 6. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to comment and like this video. And if there's anything you feel like I missed or glossed over, please feel free to sound off below. Let's try to be respectful of one another's opinions. And you can bet that I will be uploading more content on a regular basis, especially with all the television premieres we're going to have coming up soon in the summertime. We've got Fear the Walking Dead, which does not have a release date yet, but it is coming out in the summer. We also have the 5th and final season premiere of Falling Skies on TNT, and that's due to premiere June 28th. And if I'm not on vacation, I'll try to do my recap reaction video to that one. And of course, we have the upcoming CBS show Zoo coming up on June 30th. So got a lot of stuff to look forward to, guys. It's going to be really exciting, so stay tuned for all the upcoming exciting content. And once again,